One of the most important things you want to do in the beginning is create 3 SMART goals for your school counseling program: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. And you know I'm going to give you an example, so follow along. By May of 2025, the school counselor will reduce the number of discipline referrals for disruptive behavior in grades 6 through 8 by 20% by implementing check-in, check-out systems, individual counseling sessions, and small groups. The counselor will also monitor data to make sure that these goals are met. After you create these 3 SMART goals, it's a great idea to sit down with your admin team and discuss it. If you go to schoolcounselor.org, ASCA has a template for SMART goals that you can use to frame your conversation with your school leader. In some school districts, they call this an annual agreement or principal agreement, but it's basically where you're sitting down and discussing your goals with the admin team so they are aware of what you're doing. This increases collaboration, and it also makes sure that your principal is aligned with what you're doing and your role. And you're probably wondering, how do I create these SMART goals? Well, the first thing you need to do is look at data. Now, data may seem like a scary word for school counselors, but I'm going to walk you through it. So when you're creating your SMART goals, consider attendance, discipline data, and you can look at in-school suspension, out-of-school suspension, classroom referrals, all those different things. And if you don't have access to that data, all you have to do is ask your admin. I'm sure that they have some type of system that they're using to document those things. Let's say that last year your school had a high number of conflicts or referrals for inappropriate behavior such as fighting or horseplay. So you want to look at that data so you can create specific interventions to target that specific need. Or let's say you had a high number of students who exhibited inappropriate physical touch, and that can look like a number of things. So you can create lessons on boundaries and how to resolve conflict respectfully. This is how you use data to create your school counseling program, your lessons, your interventions, your events, and your programs. You can also look at academic data such as retention data. So if you had some students who were left behind or who failed a grade or even had to go to summer school, you can meet with those students and make sure that they have the right skills, the executive functioning skills and things that they need in order to be successful the next school year, such as teaching them good study habits, how to be organized, how to take notes, how to ask for help when they need it, all those things. Data doesn't have to be a scary word, and as a school counselor, you have to be familiar and know how to use data for your program. You could have amazing ideas and go in and create these programs and lessons, and your students may not even receive them because it may not be something that they need. That's why it's a great idea at the beginning of the year to send out a needs assessment to students. Now, keep in mind, I usually don't send needs assessments out until about maybe September or October. This gives the students a chance to get settled and the teachers a chance to get settled and get into a routine before you can do anything like that. That's when you start taking that needs assessment data and you create your interventions. Now that we've created our 3 SMART goals and we've looked at data, let's create our plan of attack. On your mark, get set, go. You're going to create your year at a glance. A year at a glance is very simple. All it is where you document the events, the lessons that you want to teach this school year, character traits that you want to implement, the programs, the events that you want to host, all those things. And if it's too scary to do the whole school year, then do a semester. One tool that you can use in order to create your year at a glance is the ASCA Awareness Calendar. Once you pull this up, you'll get an idea of the monthly and weekly and even daily themes that you can host throughout this school year. Looking at this awareness calendar, it has a lot of different events. I would say pick 2 to 3 monthly events that you can focus on. For example, I love October because October has a lot of things that you can do. I would focus on Bully Prevention Month, Red Ribbon Week, and if you want to throw something else out there, that's you can focus on too. But the goal is to not do so much all at once because it can get overwhelming. So if you choose 2 to 3, that's pretty safe. Comment below what was your favorite tip from this video. I created an amazing resource to help you be 100% ready and prepared for your first school year, and it's called the New School Counselor's Guide: 5 Essential Tips for Success. When you get your copy, you'll get a Meet the Counselor presentation template that you can edit, where you can share your role as a school counselor and how you support students, staff, and families. You'll get newsletter templates that you can edit and you can send out for a Meet the Counselor introduction or a monthly newsletter of what's going on with your program. You'll get a 30, 60, 90-day plan with a checklist of the things that you should do to start off strong. You'll get a year-at-a-glance program planning template, and you'll get a SMART goal template so you can create your 3 program goals, and many, many more tips and resources that'll help you be successful in your first year as a school counselor. In order to get your copy, go to my website, CounselingwithMrB.com. The The link will be in the description below, or you can simply type it in on the screen. Trust me, if you follow the specific steps and strategies in this guide, you will be set up for your first year as a school counselor and you will be successful. You can avoid some of the pitfalls, trials, and tribulations that you would experience if you didn't have everything at your fingertips. And if you need more tips on how to be successful in your first year as a school counselor, check out some of my other videos, especially in my playlist, the New School Counselors Playlist for Success. The link will be in the description section below.